Once you're done with the pages, you can start attaching them to the spine, which we already created before. So just decide which page exactly will be where. I want to vary them and put them this way, one with the tab on top, one in the middle, one at the bottom, but you can place them as well this way, two with the tab on top, two with the tab in the middle, and two with the tab at the bottom of the page. Just whatever you want to do. But in order to attach them, you remember that we didn't glue down this designer paper with the flap, so we will be gluing it down only after we will attach the page to the spine, and this is what I will be doing now. So you also remember that we placed the score tape only on one side of the hinge, and the second side is plain without any score tape on it. So now I'm taking the page with the tab at the bottom, I'm removing the backing of the score tape, and I'm placing the page like this, okay, sticking it down on this side and pressing to get a good bond. And now once it's attached, I can cover this fourth flap with the piece I have prepared, and I will be applying glue only to the back side of the designer paper. So this is what I will do now. Okay, now you can keep the additional flap open in order to be able to align everything properly and to leave that tiny border of 1/8 of an inch from the sides. Okay. Use your burnishing tool in order to spread the glue there between the layers of paper. Okay, now one is done. Let's move to the next page with the tab in the middle. So basically the same thing. You remove the backing, which doesn't want to be removed for some reason. Okay, now I straighten the hinge and then center the page, and only then press down to glue it. Okay, now I will apply the glue. And I will cover my page. Okay, like this. So the second one is done too. And this is how we move on. So I will glue down now all the pages, and I will be back. Okay, now I'm done with the pages. And by the way, all of my pages, including the pattern papers, are distressed with walnut stain distress ink from Tim Holtz or Ranger. And this is how my pages look like. Every page has a flap here. Okay, and it has a pocket. By the way, I will show you later how to create this cute, I don't know how to call it, additional, I don't know, fold. Okay, so I think my favorite things right now at the CHA show came out with the die which creates this thing. So I thought that I will not buy the die because I have that very cute notcher from We Are Memory Keepers, so I will be using it to create this notch here on the side. I will show you how to do that later. Just I need to remember that I promised you that. So these are the pages. Okay, everything is glued down. And now we are ready to get down to the fun part of embellishing and covering the outside of our purse with some wonderful papers. So let's do it now. And here, for example, I matted almost everything with the black cardstock. So this is what I will be doing now too. And the measurements for the papers I will be giving you, considering that you are doing the same thing, that you are also doubling the papers. If you do not, you will need to cut the designer papers to the sizes of my black cardstock. Okay, so just bear that in mind. And I will take my self-healing mat because I need to do some cutting. Alright, so put down the measurements for the black cardstock and designer paper for all of the panels. I wrote them down here so that you could see. This is the back part, the top, and the lid. Okay, and the side panels. For the pocket, this is the measurement. Alright, so let's do it now. I already pre-cut the black cardstock, and we will use the these papers from the stack for the lid on all of the three parts here, for the side panels and for the pocket. So let's start with the lid. This part here should be, where is my black cardstock? Okay, here it is, 1 7/8. Let me just check it once again. Yes, it's this. Okay, so my paper should be 6 by 1 3/4. 1 3/4. I'm cutting it this way. 1 3/4. And I will use my walnut stain ink to distress the papers. This is what creates, what not creates, but helps to achieve the vintage look. Okay, now let's glue this piece down to the black cardstock, and we will have some nice border around. Okay, like this. This will be placed here. Now for the angled part of the lid, you will take your black cardstock and you will measure 3/4 of an inch from both of the sides, like this and like this. Let me double check that this is 3/4. Yeah. And now you can use either your craft knife or your scissors to make the angled sides. I will use my scissors, I think, just to make it quicker. Okay. This is how we cut it. And we do the same thing for the pattern paper piece, which should measure 5 7/8 of an inch by 1 7/8 of an inch. So let me cut the paper. 1 7/8 of an inch by 5 7/8 of an inch. Okay. So we will do some measurements on this piece as well and create the guidelines. And cut these off. Okay, now we will distress the edges and glue it down to the black cardstock. Oh, let's center. Check that it fits. It is. Now this tiny panel here, this is my black cardstock, and I will be rounding the corners. Okay, and I need a piece of paper, 5 1/8 inch. 5/8 of an inch, I'm sorry, and 4 1/2 here. Okay, here we go. A little distress. And glue it down. Oops, it's already glued down. You saw what that glue does? Sticks at once. Okay. We can already attach those, guys. here. And here. Center before you glue down. This one will be on top. And no, 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 no. Okay. One more mistake. You saw that? This is because I'm a little bit in a hurry to finish that. I'm so short for time. Good thing there is nothing that cannot be fixed in scrapbooking, so forgive me once again. I really hope you didn't glue this piece down yet, because we will need to attach the handle first and only then to glue down. Now let's see. I'm getting worse and worse every time, right? Because I always am in a hurry. Okay, I hope this will not happen again. Now let's see, for the panels here we will measure 3 1/8 of an inch from both sides. 3/8 of an inch. 3/8? Yeah. 3/8 from this side and 3/8 from this side. Let me check before I cut. Yes, that's right. So the same thing here. 3/8 and 3/8. Now I will cut it this way and this way. And why I'm in a hurry? Because my kids are shouting there behind the door. And I want to go and take care of them already to help my husband, who is helping me on weekends a lot, so I can take the films for you guys. So I hope that you forgive me for the mistakes and you appreciate the videos. Okay, let's round the corners. I'm using the quarter of an inch side, and I'm kind of forcing it to go inside because the angle is not 90 degrees. Okay, this way, let's fit. Okay, it's all right. So these parts can already be glued down. That's okay, nothing will be attached to them. Only the pattern paper that we can cut later and glue down later. Okay, let's only see. Okay, it should be 2 3/8 of an inch by 3 1/2. Two and a half by 2 3/8 by 3 3/8, right? Yeah, 3 3/8 by 2.5. Okay. And we will do the same thing here. We will measure 3/8 of an inch and we will cut the sides. 3/8 and 3/8. And the same thing here. 3/8 and 3/8. Let's use the knife. Okay. And what we need to do is to use the corner chomper once again to punch the sides here on top to round them a little bit. Okay. And now I will distress this piece and the second one. All right. This one will go here. Once again, it's happening, guys. Something is not right here. Where my head was, I'm trimming it. Oh my goodness. What will be here? You will punch me and hit me. Well, there is nothing I can do. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. I think it's my mistake. After all, it was supposed to be I wrote the measurements and then I covered them myself with the paper. Okay. A little bit more. I think I will stop here before I make more mistakes, and I will proceed later. Please, please, please write down the measurements. The measurements were fine. I just didn't cut my papers to the correct size. This is why it is not looking perfect now. but I hope your version will look perfect, really. Okay, so I will stop here right now and I will go on later.